Welcome to the Mystic Media channel. I'm your host, Rabina Rostaban, aka the Realist Astrologer, and I just wanted to do a brief video on Childish Gambino's latest video called This is America. And this isn't an interpretation video because, I'll leave that up to other people, but I just wanted to relate the video to the full tarot card because when I was looking at it, I was like, this is very much like the Fool. Number one, he was acting a fool, especially with his face, his grimaces and stuff that he was making, looking like a buffoon. But I loved his dancing. Let me just say that I am a big time Childish Gambino fan. I loved his album Because the Internet. I loved his album Awaken My Love, and I love this latest song. So I'm not all going to get into the political ramifications and all that stuff. I just like the music, I love the dancing, and I like the concept of the video. And how it's related to the Fool also is the video could have multiple meanings. So there's been a bunch of videos that have come out giving their interpretations of what the video means and all that. Most will agree that it's basically racially charged and it's dealing with the incidents that have befallen black people and the violence and all that type of stuff, and police brutality and all that stuff. And also, um, think about the white horse that goes by in the middle of the video. In the full tarot card, there is a white dog, and the way the full tarot card is depicted, I'm going to put a picture up. The way it's depicted is the Rider-Waite version, that is, which is one of the earlier decks. Basically, it's a man. He's just walking. He's basically, all free-spirited, not paying attention, and he's about to go over a cliff. And there's a white dog next to him that's trying to warn him. So I see that white horse as, of course, it deals with Behold a Pale Horse, one of the horses of the apocalypse. But also, like I said, I related to tarot in that it is representing that white dog that's warning the fool that he's about to go over the cliff. Also, it brings an element of surprise because you don't know what's coming. First, it starts off with this very nice mellow music, almost sounds like island theme music, and then he shoots this person. So you're not expecting that. He actually pulls a gun from behind his back, but in the beginning of the video, he doesn't have a gun behind his back, so you don't know what's coming. And then also the choir scene where they're singing, and then he shoots, and then that bass line drops. I just love that beat. I'm just a big fan of Childish Gambino's music, period. So I'm really digging the song. Also, so like I said, the Fool deals with surprises. It deals with shocking things. It deals with things that are chaotic. So there was a lot of chaos going on in the background. And also the Fool card corresponds to Uranus in tarot. So each tarot card has an astrological correspondence. So the Fool is Uranus, and Uranus deals with unconventional things, unconventional ideas, things that can be chaotic, upheavals, things that don't make any sense, unique things. So Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, is definitely unique, and he's a Libra, and his sun is in sextile to Uranus. So there it is right there. He basically is embodying that whole full persona. And then also his sun is in sextile to Jupiter as well. So that adds to the whole political theme because of the Sagittarius influence Jupiter as well. But his South Node is in Sagittarius. It's in his third house. And that deals with the political message. But in this lifetime, he's not supposed to really get wrapped up into politics and all that. But the interesting thing is his North Node is in the ninth house. Ninth house deals with politics. But his North Node's in Gemini, which means that he's supposed to use his own mind in this lifetime. But he grew up as a Jehovah Witness, and that speaks of that South Node in Sagittarius in the third house, because Sagittarius deals with religion, third house deals with the mind, so that deals with that religious indoctrination having influence upon his mind. However, he's freed himself from that, so now he's embodying that North Node in Gemini. However, he's always at risk of falling back on that South Node in Sagittarius, and this is where this video comes in, because in my opinion, because of factors in his chart, also because of his south node in the third house, squaring Mercury. His Mercury's in Virgo at the 16th degree. That deals with the music, the acting, but also it deals with perhaps being in bondage. And his sun is in square to Neptune. That deals with bondage as well. I'm going kind of fast because I don't have much time. He was born September 25th, 1983. That 25 breaks down to 7. That's more Neptune influence. So he's like a crazy Libra, but also brilliant. And you could kind of take him as like a mad scientist with that Sagittarius South Node in the third house. Also, his life path number is 10, breaks down to 1. But you really got to pay attention to that 10 because that deals with him being influenced by external factors. So again, going back to that South Node in the third house. So he's no longer influenced by the Jehovah's Witness religion, but I'm afraid that he's influenced by certain factors in the media or factions in the media that want him to uh, relay a certain message. So what I'm saying is basically that video, the idea, the concept did not come from him. It seems like he was put up to do this. He's basically the spokesperson to continue to get stoke the fires of this whole political, racial tension that's been going on in this country. So while I love Childish Gambino as an artist, I do feel like he is being heavily influenced by certain people in the media, record industry, whoever's pulling his strings. And he has been in the industry for quite a while, Hollywood as well as the music industry. So he is affiliated. So because he has Sun square Neptune, that could mean that he is in bondage to someone or something. And he has his Venus conjoined to his Mars in Leo in his 12th house. So again, that's the theme of bondage as well. It can point to music and acting, but the dark side of that is perhaps he's in bondage to someone or something. In this case, I would say it's the music industry, also Hollywood. So basically them wanting him to again relay a message. Let me see. Oh, and then what adds insult to injury, this is what really made me think of this. His Neptune is opposed to his Arabic part of imprisonment. So there it goes again. And his Neptune is at the 26th degree of Sagittarius. And that 26 deals with partnerships, especially business partnerships, opportunism, all that. And don't forget, he had that hit song that was on the Get Out soundtrack called Redbone, Stay Woke, all that type of stuff. So he's been already, he's already affiliated with this whole racial tension thing with the Get Out movie affiliation, and now with this latest video. Now he has his moon opposing Saturn in Scorpio, and that could deal with him being a race baiter. So his moon is in Taurus, is opposing Saturn in Scorpio. So his Taurus moon deals with the music, and he is really good with the music. However, like I said, that moon opposition Saturn can deal with him being chosen to be a race baiter, or him being chosen to continue on with this, continue this racial tension that's going on, or to even ramp it up even more. It's definitely created a stir. This video, it's definitely created the response that it basically was intending. So I saw a brief interview of Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, where he was saying that he really is not really trying to get wrapped up in the whole hoopla, the aftermath of all that stuff. And I could tell he really didn't want to take credit for it. And it makes a lot of sense because, like I said, from what I'm seeing, it looks like he definitely is influenced, and he was definitely put up to do this. Also, back to his Sun square Neptune. Neptune is ruling his 7th house through Pisces. Pisces on the 7th, that can deal with him being highly impressionable by others. It could deal with him being in bondage to others. Again, so that theme of bondage. This also deals with his interracial relationship. I was looking at pictures of his wife. She doesn't look exactly white to me. She looks like she could be Hispanic or whatever, but I don't know. But that still deals with him being open to interracial relationships, because his Neptune is in Sagittarius, ruling his 7th house. That's relationships. Sagittarius is about multiculturalism. Sagittarius is one of those signs that is open to dating other races, other cultures, other nationalities, all that good stuff. So that explains it right there. And then also Jupiter, co-ruler of his seventh house, is conjoined to Uranus in Sagittarius. So that reinforces that interracial theme with the marriage, multicultural, all that stuff. And I have a viewer that contacted me, and she asked me about what signs are prone to interracial relationships. So I just gave you one, Sagittarius. Capricorn would be another one, Aquarius, and you're right, Scorpio is another one as well. Gemini would be one too, because Gemini is rather open-minded. So that's pretty much it about Childish Gambino. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I don't have no qualms about what I saw in the video. I don't have any qualms about Childish Gambino dating outside of his race. That's his business. A lot of black men do it. I mean, we should be used to this stuff by now, even though it seems like it sometimes it can be a bit much. Like, it seems like a lot of black men have deserted black women, and unjustifiably so. But I'm just like, I like his music hands down. So I'm just about his music, his artistry. I could care less really about his personal life unless he does something that's egregious, or like he harms somebody or something like that. So sue me on that one for anybody that's taking a hard line approach to this. But that's just my views. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm just very multicultural anyway. So like I said, that's basically my take. Did I mention his Mercury is square in his South Node in Sagittarius? And I did mention that that could deal with him being influenced, being under some type of influence from some type of organization or whatever like that. Because before it was Jehovah Witness, and now it could be the record industry. So while he's a genius in his own right, like I said, I don't see this video idea, this concept coming from him. He was basically chosen as a spokesperson. And I did a reading about it. I forgot to mention, I did a 4-card reading to see if this idea came from him or if it came from some other people, the record industry, Hollywood, whatever. So first card, it's a 4-card reading. Situation is the 3 of Cups. That deals with the release of the video. Challenge is Judgment card. That was all I needed to see. That Judgment card is like him being called forth, him being basically given a mission, given a task to complete. Also, it's basically like he's getting, like I said, a calling, and also that whole wake up call thing. And then Page of Wands is the advice, and to me that means that again he's being called forth to basically send out this message, because Page of Wands could deal with sending out a message, and a political message at that, because Wands can be related to Sagittarius. And also 5 of Cups is the outcome, so that deals with people being split in terms of how they're taking this video. So already he's received a backlash, which could deal with his South Node and Sagittarius squaring his Mercury. He's Mercury is in Virgo, so that could deal with him getting a lot of criticism, critiques, all that stuff. So already he's experiencing a backlash once some people found out that, oh, his wife isn't black, or his girlfriend isn't black. I'm not sure if he's married or not. I know he has 2 kids, but yeah, so a lot of people aren't feeling him now, and they're like, okay, how can he be pro-black and all that stuff? I question that as well sometimes, but again, in this case, I'm just about the music. The song is good, and like I said, sue me on that one. But that's my take on Childish Gambino. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to make it political, go right ahead. I'm all about a good debate and stuff like that, but keep it friendly, keep it civil, and all that stuff. But if you like a reading, you could go to my website at rabina.com. Peace and many blessings. Stay tuned for more videos.